brothers, A Cornish-Knight's Tale of Mies. Cornish-Knight and Sir Marcus the Brave. Now, I am not 100% at the time of recording this episode. I'm fairly under the weather, so sort of my voice not being perfect is just how it is. At the time of recording, we have just had the Menace demo drop alongside its release date of next year in February, which looks really interesting. Unfortunately, that does mean this series is probably going to conclude well before that time. It is just how it is. I'd hoped the game was going to come out sooner than it did, but they have obviously thought that it needs more time in development. Okay. Yeah, this mission is going to suck. Man, they're really going around the town. I was hoping for monsters. Ain't no monsters here. Well, besides, undead. Brigands. They're probably going to romp up here and raid that stuff. Which is not annoying, but there's been enough garrison forces to do stuff about it. I mean, if we have to run up here and have a look around for monsters, I don't mind, but it is annoying. Okay. Because we are losing food and money. She comes to camp, stops a blade and looks up. You all hear that, you do. Wild dogs yapping, howling. You struggle to say it's nothing. But the moment there's a yap and a yip turning into snarl, and you hear a distant sound, animals struggle. Sounds close. We check it. Don't want to sleep with that around. You're a hunter, Sigurd. Go take a look. It does appear the men will not be assured of telling them to grow a pair. Sigurd elects to go seek out the noise as he saw it's nothing more than wild dogs. You send him on his way, the men venturing into the dark, all by his lonesome. Just as soon as he's gone, the canines cease their crying and you hear growls that seems tough that came from much higher ground. The whole camp is dead silent, dare not even move. An hour later, the hunter comes back, nobly having heard him come in. He's camouflaged himself in mud, slacked with twigs and leaves. He's grasped stems into the hood, which he wears like some arboreal abbess. With hushed tones, Celso asks what he saw. He shrugs. Well, I've seen about a dozen dead dogs, some ripped apart, found a few in the pits, a very large footprint. And they're not found. The print being stomped here, I saw something move along the shadows between the treetops and went the other way. I did not follow. I found a dead deer on its feet, leaning against a tree. Heart taut, felted by whatever it saw, I suppose. I've halved what I could. Anyone hungry? Okay. Many brigand raiders. Well, we could knock that over, I suppose. I was hoping for monsters, but they're just on and about, which is frustrating, no end. There are bandits. Ah, creatures. There we go. Oh, that's Hexens. I hate Hexens. Okay. Wasted my time. Now I've run all the way around. Yeah. The problem is they get spawned in and then get wiped out pretty much immediately. House of Nightmares. Yeah, tons of necro servants. What are we looking at? I mean, we could take him, I suppose. Help the war efforts. Let's just turn in the job. Looks like we haven't found anybody that we're looking for, and all we've done is waste money. Which is frustrating. Oh, oh. Trying to land, get stuck with birdshit. Sigurd looked up, seared his eyes. With crime there is punishment. The mercenaries groan and mock the man's morality, but calmly raises his bow and lets the eyes fly. You laughing now, he says as he hits the bird. This one only brings more jeers. The archer snidely comments about his importance and brings debate between the men who stand in the front line. Rightio. So we actually need to find stuff. Almost if we abandon this, we won't get anything, so we actually need... Fantastic. Expensive mistake on my part. Are you guys still here? Why isn't the local defense force doing anything? They'll take the settlement if you're not careful. Monitoring anything else? They've taken all your food, so I ain't got any supplies. Okay. Lots of ancient honor guard. I mean, that's serpents, not. Problem is, if I fail this contract, it's really bad. Fiddlesticks. There we go. How many are there? 14. 14's fine. Right. Just need some so we can break the contract. Okay. Ready. So they have no big boy. Delay. And that's unfortunate. That was what I was worried about. Okay. Let's get there. He's going to try and get around the side. Okay, no easy hits. Didn't mean to hit that one. That's problematic. Stun lock him. Kill as many of them as we can. Yeah. Butcher them all. Okay. Came a long way for naught. Okay. Hunt these, blah blah blah. Yep, let's head back. Found a couple of interesting places. Ancient priest on guard. I mean, that might be worth going back to. But yeah, want to knock over some of these places. Max fatigue goes up, fantastic. Okay. Like, we lost money on this job. Like, we lost loads of money. But it is how it is. I was doing it mostly for the faction rep. Yeah, let's turn in. What's this mission? Okay. Okay, is there a... Let's go knock over that. Get our bounties up. And then we can sweep by and take care of this crumbling ruin. Heads Knight, Brigand Leader. Heads Knight's annoying. Perhaps we just take over this, knock out this castle. Really? Okay. And they got necromancer. We don't want to fight this. How many fallen heroes? Okay. I'd rather just take the head knight, the bandit leader, and the other guys, to be honest. Yep. Let's just take that. 3 people's camp. Yeah, that's going to be more easy to do. Okay, let's see if we can bait him out. Like, he's pretty much done. Yeah. That was a nasty hit. So who did they get? Oh, they got my boss, that's fine. He's got like massive damage reduction. Take him out. Take him out, please. Okay, that's annoying. I mean, getting him would be fine. Getting rid of more of their actual competent fighters is not an issue for me. Okay, let's... Hitting him's out of the question. But we got one of their archers out of the way. That's fine. Another archer out of... Another brigand raider out of the way. I mean, let's just see what it goes. We know they got a knight here, which is the scary bit. Brigand leader is probably that guy, yeah. Okay. So this unseen figure is probably the knight. Yeah, another arch down. And still got plenty of weapon arrows left in my quiver. Okay. Yeah, that must be the bandit leader. Which means the knight is off the field still. Okay. Dane Axe is out of the picture. Okay. These guys' morale is starting to flicker. And I don't want that harpoon being thrown at us, so... Well, let's go. Shot him. Okay, so he's coming out to play. he's broken. Now it's divulged into a horrible mess. Stunlock him, please. Here comes the knight. So they're going wide. Okay. This line's broken. Okay. Here. Okay. Okay, you guys have got it under control. Okay. Okay, so he's got to run away. It's over. It's fine. We got a nice man loot. And we'll run quickly this way. Okay, sure. Must have been a scouting party on the way back. Delay the crossbowman. Let's the enemy charge. Let's go. Alright, the fact you're still up is impressive. Okay, take him out. Nice surge. Let's go. Let you all pull out your knives. Okay. Man, you guys, you do not have good defensive value. Really? Okay. Okay. I killed my own dog. Well, I got a replacement. Not the end of the world. Okay. We lost a dog. It happens. Things that we can get rid of. We won't get a lot for the shields. Okay, so we pretty much hit our quota. Who lost a dog? I think it's you. Okay. Rightio. Not the most action-packed episode, I'm not going to lie, folks. But we're just trying to get our relationship with this house up to allied. So we're almost there. Yeah. You and your Tempter Marcus makes an entrance, he speaks bluntly. Nobles be talking, big fancy tents set up yonder and there. Putting your quill down, respond. Just talking, the mercenary shrugs. It's quiet, so they're either talking or killing one another real quiet like. You get up and step outside. A brisk air hits you. And on a scent of spice and flavours. Looking for upward, you spot the tent. Cooks and chefs are hurrying about with orders of food and other makings. Servants carry platters of meat, vegetables, and fruit. An opulent tent, black with gold emblems, houses with nobles, bannermen standing outside. They take no part in the festivities. They're mostly playing cards, occasionally glances at one another. Some are bandaged with blood-splattered linens. A woman stands on a crutch with a haggard, half-crooked knee. You ask Marcus what the news is. He nods towards the scene. Well, they rolled up an hour ago when you were checking the maps. Don't want to bother you, but well, they seem intent on staying, so you know. You get a good look at the noble tent, though. Through its open, you can see the faint glint of crowned heads passing back and forth. So Marcus spits and asks, well, who do you think won the war? You Hawkalugi spit and shake your head. Who gives a shit? All that matters to you is that the peace means for your contracts. Perhaps now would be a good time to put up your sword and enjoy your crowns. Maybe say hell with all the sentimental crap and just keep moving forward, leading the mercenary company to even greater things. You've won, battle budget's down to very replayable, blah blah blah. Let's just quickly turn this final contract, try and get this ambition done. And I think this will be a good stopping point. let's quickly run down to here. Walking about Kerno, a few sales swords, you turn a corner and find an opulent man surrounded by thieves and bandits. They look over your sword and wind their eyes. One nicks the merchant on the cheek. Alright, we'll get you next time, you bastard. The scoundrels quickly make their leave. A moment later, the merchant, heavily armed guards appear, nursing his wound. He starts yelling at them. What am I paying you for, you sorry bastards? Saying I get into trouble, you're nowhere to be seen. Look at this man here. That choice you'll be paying here. Take this for your troubles, stranger. Okay, so let's quickly just run down here. Really? Okay. I mean, you're not going to be beating me with only 10 guys. Let's go. Nah, yeah, you're done. Okay. The fact they're holding well is worrisome. Okay, so their pole arms are taken out, which is my biggest concern. Pepper the back line quickly. You guys have finished. So he's got to run off. Okay, take care of his accomplishments. Kill him. And if this is going to be our last kill in the campaign, it is not a bad way of ending it. Okay. Some little bit of loot. Let's quickly rush down here. Nothing untoward on the road. Get paid. Ambition fulfilled. You have long heard and through experience learned it to be true, but noblemen are a difficult, fickle lot. But your relationships with House Bathalon prove profitable and in the end even pleasant. You may not see you as equals. You are equal. They may not see you as equals when anyone is seated at the feast, but neither are they your equals on the battlefield. Having earned their trust through hard work and commitment, Knight Kurno have finally been acknowledged as a trusted ally of House Balatheon. One benefit of this station is that your men are allowed to worthwhile browse through the noble's armory. A few better partisans may call you lapdogs for allying yourself with nobility and present their banners on your shields, but never to your face. A company became renowned. You've gained some really nice armor. So if we wanted to, I mean, our helmet is better than that, to be honest. Actually, it's not. That's 230 for 30. I mean, it is a nice helmet, not going to lie. Let's do this. Got some bits and pieces, nothing particularly worthwhile. I mean, that is just... Let's do this, just to make everyone look cool on new gear. We completed the ambition. Like, we've got legendary renown. We could, like, build better stuff, get, like, all this kind of thing. But I think this is a good place to end it. And retire the campaign. We completed the Civil War. We lived through the Crusades. We are now allied House Barthelon. And like we did a lot of work. I mean, a lot of people are cold towards us because of the Civil War. But hey ho. So let's... First of all, we just got to quickly save. In case I fancy continuing this after the series is done, but let us retire. Yes. When you took over Knights Kurno, you truly believed that you'd lead it to greatness. Their goals were probably a bit too lofty, but you didn't manage it, at the very least build a company who could be renowned. As the nobles inevitably slid towards war, it didn't surprise you to at least see that the company's services were the most popular in the land. The war provided itself as brutal and horrific as any you'd seen, but at least this time you walked away with more coin than you knew what to do with. Tiring a pile of gold, you left the company and command the bravest mercenaries their lives to take a job, and continued success to this day. Sigwald, former poacher, eventually saved enough money to leave the Knights of Kurno. You learned he found a bit of mountain land and works it for local noble. Ironically, his job is to hunt down poachers. A man like Marcus could always find a way. The head knight eventually, if not inevitably, left the company and set out on his own. Unlike many other brothers, he did not spend his crowns on land or ladders to which the clan but a noble life. Instead, he bought himself the finest warhorse, the talents of armourers. The behemoth man rode from one jousting tournament to the next, winning them all with ease. He's still at it to this day, and you think he won't stop until he's dead. The head knight simply knows no other life. With good mind and health, you continue to live out the rest of your days in moderate peace. The most awful thing to happen to you in months was a hermit ventured out of the wilderness to steal your firewood. That's the sort of life you always wanted, and you could not be happier to have it. I think this is a really nice ending for our company. We had a quiet life. Like, we succeeded, people were prosperous. Like, we weren't like famed and fortuitous, but we did everything that we wanted to do. And what more can be said for mercenaries in the time of war? I've been Cornish-Knight. This has been a Cornish-Knight's Tale, and I shall see you all again next time. Goodbye.